Alright, welcome to another edition of Versus. So we had a few people ask us to do Versus on things we've already been doing Let's Plays on, which I was like, why didn't I think of that? Like, stupid person me. Because we have a lot of things we played that are similar, and this first episode that we're doing is going to be against, it's Chivalry versus War of the Roses, which they're direct competitors against one another.
They are.
And we played a decent amount of War of the Roses, not a lot.
Not much.
We played a shitload of Chivalry, so I wonder what's going to win.
Yeah.
But main difference in them is that Chivalry is like a first-person view is what it's meant to be played as. You can go back if you want, but it makes the game almost impossible. And then War of the Roses is they prefer the combat to be from a third-person perspective. And which one do you think is better?
I mean, they both have their pluses and minuses. Chivalry just, because it's first person, feels more in your face.
Yeah.
Your swings and stuff really matter. If you time it wrong, you're dead, basically. If you miss your charge, you're going to get your ass kicked. So it's in your face, you have to aim, you have to connect. War of the Roses, you just kind of charge your attack up, walk in till you get there, let go of the button, your guy swings. And you just charge up another one, and like it doesn't have the same collision, the same sense of combat.
It does with War of the Roses, though. You have to specifically aim for certain parts of people. Like your sword doesn't just in Chivalry. You have like 3 basic attacks.
Yeah. With
With War of the Roses, though, when you swing, it depends on how you move it. Your guy will move the sword.
Yeah.
So like there's some knights in there where their only spot you can hit is their face. So you've got to try to stab for the face.
You got to aim for the head.
So it makes it a little harder.
But it's still not like you're trying to coordinate a swing because you can hold your, unless they've changed it since we played, but you could hold a charged attack in War of the Roses until you got to where you want, and then your guy swings. Like you can't have an attack already prepped in Chivalry, really.
And the nice thing I liked about Chivalry over War of the Roses is the learning curve. You can either be really, really good, and it will pay off. You'll be the best person if you're one of those people that just plays nonstop. But if you're like me, and I just swing for the fences, I can actually give that person that's really good a run for their money sometimes. I have killed many people that were beasts.
What was that dude's name?
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah. The one guy that killed 5 people on his own.
It was a team battle in Chivalry, one of the last videos we played, and we were in like the throne room. The dude was in the middle, and we had like 5 or 6 people left on our team. And for some reason, everyone just was, out of respect or something, attacking him one out at a time.
Yeah.
He went through all 5 people, and he won the game for his team. Like, that was amazing. Like, it was great to watch. Like, that guy knew how to play.
Yeah, I just like, because those people will win.
Yeah.
But I just like the fact that a person who doesn't really know what he's doing can go into the game and still get kills and not be alienated. It's not like when you try to play a Call of Duty. I'll pop into a Call of Duty game. I don't play that game ever. And I'll pop in, it's like, all right, dead, dead, dead. Oh, you don't know the spots, noob? You don't know the guns? You don't know, it's like, you gotta be able to at least enjoy a game. You don't have to get, like, amazing at it.
Yeah.
So Chivalry, you can pick it up quick.
Chivalry, you can, but you can get frustrated, though.
Well, when we first started, we were. Yeah.
I like the gore in Chivalry, too. War of the Roses doesn't really have, like, gore. You can't sever limbs. You can't chop their heads off. Chivalry just has that more visceral feel. Like, it's so satisfying to take a guy's head off in that game.
I think War of the Roses has 2 things that are better than Chivalry, though. Is the finishers. I like that. I thought that was really fun, especially when you're on the receiving end of it. Just watching a guy, no!
Stabbing you in the face.
That's fun. The number one thing that it has over Chivalry, though, is its archery is a million times more fun. I hate Chivalry's archery.
Yeah.
And I've seen some people that are really good at it. I don't know how, because one of my few things I can pride myself in games is I've always been a really good like sharpshooter, sniper. Out of all our friends, I usually am one of the better ones. I cannot get the goddamn archery down on Chivalry at all. But War of the Roses, I was doing some pretty impressive shots.
You took the guy out the horse.
Yeah, I don't understand Chivalry's arrow system at all.
If you're good at it, though, like, I respect the hell out of archers in that game. Because I tried it, I can't hit
Some of them are just amazing.
They'll hit you from across the level.
And I mean, there's got to be like a trick to it. I haven't really looked into it or anything. But War of the Roses, I didn't look into it. And I was having a lot more fun with the archers than I was in Chivalry. And it's one of the reasons why I don't like using other classes in Chivalry as much.
I like what you said about like the visors in War of the Roses. Like, if you're a knight with heavy armor, you could choose to have your visor down, which will give you more armor, but it kind of narrows your vision, so you're sacrificing your visibility. Or you can have the visor up, you're more vulnerable, you have a bigger target, but you can see the whole screen. I like that choice, and I like that you can make your own custom classes. Like, that's where the guy with the horse came. Like, if you get enough, I don't remember if it's experience or money,
reputation or
you can purchase your own class, and you can choose what their traits are and what their attributes are that they're good at. So I thought that was really cool. It gives you more freedom to customize. Like, Chivalry has unlockable weapons that you get by getting kills. but that's it. Like there's 3 broadswords, there's 3 axes. You just work up each level, and that's it. Like it's cool, but
I think War of the Roses is focusing more on combat and being good at combat, where Chivalry is focusing more on giving us more content in terms of like maps. They've been releasing the duels. They've been releasing the maps.
I think it's the opposite.
Styles.
I think Chivalry is more casual, jump in, play. And War of the Roses is giving you more to work for and unlock. Like I kind of feel the opposite. I feel Chivalry is the more casual game, but it's also the game that the combat takes a lot more skill, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it's weird. It's a casual game, but it's a game that if you invest a lot of time, I feel like you can master it and you can be.
When you're playing War of the Roses, I'm playing a video game. When I play Chivalry, I'm like, oh god, like my heart is. I'm like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. That's the big difference for me. But
I'm with you.
Yeah, Chivalry I think does win it out, but both games appear to be doing really well.
War of the Roses just came out with a DLC or some kind of patch or something.
We saw it, but we didn't try it.
We've really only played War of the Roses a few times.
Yeah, it was the one.
We always go back to Chivalry.
Yeah, because Chivalry is just, I don't know, it has the better experience.
I prefer the combat.
Let us know in the comments down below what is the game that you prefer out of these two, and is there anything that's similar to it? I know that a lot of people have been asking us to do, it's not medieval, it's the Napoleonic Wars game, and it's essentially a very ghetto version of what we're doing in War of the Roses, except that it takes place during the Napoleonic Wars.
War, or which one?
And well, I don't remember if it's because I know it's an expansion of whatever the other game is, which is a medieval game. But then they came out with this expansion, which is literally like the musket and the bayonet.
I think it's Total War.
And it might be. And the cool thing about that game is when you shoot somebody, because when you start with a loaded weapon, but when you shoot somebody, they say you miss, it literally takes like 30 seconds to reload your gun. And you have the choice. Do I try to reload before he gets up? I just look like I was jerking off. Or do I try and fight him with the bayonet, which is really difficult to kill people with. It's not as easy as shooting them. So I've been waiting to see if that one would go down in price, because it looks interesting.
Just once you cross into that era, though, I lose interest. Like, medieval stuff, knights, awesome, awesome, awesome. Then when you start to get into, like, Revolution and those kind of time periods, I don't really care about.
I like the fact that it's like it's not 100, but it's like 50 versus 50 or something. Like, it's large scale battles, and it's whichever side annihilates the other side. So like I watched one video where 4 guys were left versus like 30 of their guys, and they were holding up on this top of this barn. It's a 2-story, and they were taking turns defending the one stairway where one guy would shoot, the other guys were in the middle of jerking it while they were putting their ball in there. And so they were like rotating through, and like once one of them died, it was over because then they just rushed them. But it seems like it's an interesting concept.
Like
it's a little expensive for a game that looks like it was made 10 years ago. Yeah, it looks like trash.
Might be worth a shot though.
Yeah, but there you go. Chivalry gets the win here on Zion Mainframe. And let us know which one you prefer and why in the comments down below. And if you have other suggestions for games we played, somebody asked me to do Chrono Trigger 1 versus Chrono Trigger. I didn't play any of that stuff.
Those games are supposed to be good, but they're long-ass RPGs. I never played them either.
Yeah, so there you go. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Zion Mainframe Versus. See you tomorrow.